Hi everyone. And now for the reading of the rest of chapter 4 of Shibboleth. Last night, when I was reading, the light went out. Just when JD and JP had proclaimed what they were going to do about their little problem. And what was the problem? The problem for them was that they were not getting the return of the money which they loaned. And in fact, they had even a bigger problem. They weren't even getting the interest part. And without this, their life could become very difficult. "What do we do, my friend?" said JD to JP. And both of them together said, "Buy land. Now, lots of it. Tell all our people to start buying land, but quietly." The teeny weeny returned and informed the three magicians. And that's when they decided to reveal the second part to our magical weapon, ice money. The two-edged sword would now be complete. And with this, the two no-eyes guys will lose all of their unnatural power, which was concealed within the hoardable money token. The natural economic order, Neo, will shine. The first half of the two-edged sword is ice money. This freed the money to circulate. The second half is to free all of the captured land, God's gift to all the children, so that it doesn't just become another commodity, hoarded like gold and silver or hoardable money. These two things, freed money and freed land, will enable the people, as well as all of nature, to move freely, to migrate naturally, harmonious with the natural resources. And also, between these two things, it was realized there is plenty of money available for making the magic potion, our agent of transformation, the basic income. Each person who wants it receives a dose of this magic potion exactly when it is needed, in order to make sure that no one ever goes broke without any money. Here is what is written on the back of each bottle or dose of our agent of transformation, the basic income. There are 3 reasons for taking this magic potion. 1, to assure the proper distribution of all the backed up inventory. This comes from the effects of automation and overproduction as a consequence of using hoardable money and the boom and bust cycles it creates. Number 2, to migrate to wherever it is that you most want to live, because this magic potion inspires local work and trade. And 3, to help you take care of yourself so that you may help take care of others. P.S. This magic potion does contain ice money. It is to be used for buying the things that you need. Otherwise, little by little, it will melt away, and just before you receive the next dose, all of the old dose vanishes. A person receives the doses at intervals determined by how well that person is able to manage their money. Everyone who wants it will receive this magic potion, even Abraxas if he wants it. Oh yes, Abraxas knows about the basic income, our agent of transformation. He declined to accept it the first time when it was offered, and ran instead. But now where is he? And can he run anywhere else? Silvio stands there in the fire. He hands the bottle back to the little girl. One more thing, Angel. I need to be more accessible. Could you please make me digital, my dear? Angel looks Silvio right in the eye. She swallows, and a tear comes from her eye. Then she smiles and says, "Of course I will." And with that, Silvio inhales and launches himself into space with the stars. And we watch as he turns into a cloud glowing in the dark. And then the cloud swirls its way back into the bottle. And Angel, very focused and calm, puts the top back on the bottle. The jagged laser on the horizon is bursting now. The sky is turning golden. Angel places the bottle back where it was in front of them all. And we watch as the sun sparks right through it. Everyone watches as the sun rises up and the sky turns beautiful, golden and purple and rose-colored. All is very peaceful, and the animals and the insects, and the plants and the rocks, all which the morning sun moves or stimulates, begins to stir. One of the children, Camel, leaves to go back to the room underground. Next to the candle, now only a couple of inches tall, still flaming, he notices a book. It appears to be very old, but in very good shape. The pages are all clean and neat. The outside of the book is worn in several places from handling, but the title and the symbol on the cover remain clear. He doesn't touch it. The title flickers golden in the light of the candle. Camel can hardly take his eyes away from looking at the title as it shimmers and shines. When the others arrive, they see him there, drinking a coffee and just watching the book. The candle gets shorter. Angel, with the bottle, goes over to the table and she just looks at the book. She places the bottle next to it. The candle gets brighter for a while and then goes out, and we hear a very distant wind and a whirling sound. The stream of smoke coming from the candle reminds them all of Silvio. Angel says, "How about we just wait till bedtime to begin looking at this book and reading it aloud? It'll be like a bedtime story, a lullaby, and maybe in our dreams, everything will make sense." The people, in order to survive, will adapt. It is natural not to fight. Me, Angel. End part 4. Really, just the beginning. By the books of We Thoughts, all of the questions will become clear. And what is left will be the common awareness of the natural economic order by Silvio Gesell. And that is a good foundation for what we as humans do, creating and manifesting. And now, part 5 of Shibboleth. Who had been living in the sanctuary study before it was turned to rubble? Why was this little village all rubble now? Why had everything been destroyed? Eventually, the children needed some supplies, so they explored the area. They did not find much to help them in this deserted little village. Only the underground sanctuary study had anything to offer. Two of them, Camel and Mermaid, hiked over to the next village. It was an overnight journey. They followed a little road and a trail, and eventually came upon a town with all the usual things to offer. They used some of the money which Angel had given them, and bought what they needed. And talking with some of the other children who lived in this town, they found out something about what had happened in the other village where they were staying. They were told that the people who lived there were foreign. Not much was known about them. The little village was mysterious, and there was lots of gossip about it. Occasionally, 3 very nice old men dressed in unusual clothes would visit here. They always spent time with children, talking and playing with them and sharing something about their exotic and foreign ways. They were so interesting and friendly. The town people called them the wise men. They bought supplies and would always collect a package from the post office. We haven't seen them in a while. I heard that the whole village was destroyed by the dragon, who lives high up in a mountain in a cave. But no one ever sees this dragon, so it is likely that something else happened there, and the dragon was just given the blame. The people here were scared of foreigners, but the children all loved them. They told us many amazing stories from long ago, things we were not taught in school. They told us about the Renaissance. One of the children wrote something on a piece of paper and gave it to Camel. It said, "The artists, inventors, and merchants of the Renaissance were not its cause. If money, the great midwife, is present, the talent which comes to birth lives and prospers. If not, if money is not present, talent dies unnoticed." The cause of the Renaissance lies deeper. It lies in the multiplication of what little money the Romans had left. The mines were running out of the metal that their coin money was made from, and a lot of this gold and silver money left the country and was spent in the Near East and the Far East too. Camel and Mermaid collected what they needed and headed out for the return journey home. That day, as they were walking home, the eclipse happened. Gradually and subtly, it began to grow dark, and the sounds in the forest changed. We heard all the night sounds, and we saw some shadows here and there out of the corner of our eye. We had a fire that evening, and didn't really talk too much about it. We were so flabbergasted. The next day, Camel and Mermaid arrive at home. Everyone is so glad to see them, and so thankful. To show their appreciation, they decide to have a fire in the woods that evening. Everyone shares their experience of the eclipse as night comes on, and the light of the fire slowly takes the place of the light of the sun. Then Angel asks, "Can we have another meeting with Silvio? Is that okay with everybody?" Everyone smiles. Angel rubs the bottle, takes the top off, and places the bottle next to the fire so they can all see it. Smoke trickles out and blends with the smoke from the fire. The monster appears for a flash. And then more reflections of horrible-looking monsters appear in the flames and rise up with the smoke. And then Silvio rises up out of the fire himself. He is standing in the middle of the fire, smiling at the children, all sitting in a line in front of him. The ones who believe in people will be left here with us. Do I believe in people? Yes, I do. Me, Angel. In Mirror City, we have beautiful golden towers to make sure that no one ever has to be homeless. The land upon which these towers sit is land which belongs to the People's Land Trust. The rent from this land is used to provide needed services, local and shared services for the people. The structures, the golden towers, are 3 stories tall in clusters of 3, and the lease allows for flexible migration so that as a tenant, I am able to move freely to wherever I feel most comfortable. There are 2 bedrooms per unit, 2 units per floor, 6 units per tower. No one lives alone in the golden towers. Each bedroom is rented, and the rest of the unit is shared living space. There are separate golden towers to accommodate families. Most of the golden towers are inhabited by young people. The rent of these units goes to the person who owns it or the building. The rent of the land always goes to the People's Land Trust Fund, and the rent is contained in the magic potion, our agent of transformation, the basic income. Now, I will tell you an amazing story. I will tell you what is happening in Mirror City and spreading all across Barataria. It all started with the 2-edged sword coming from the mouth and the magic potion, our agent of transformation, the basic income. There were so many workers sitting idle, unemployed people, when we used the hoardable money, the trick money of those no-eyes guys. But now we use ice money, and that means lots more money is actually circulating now, none being hoarded out of circulation. Our economy is super healthy. We have extra money energy, in fact. It is easy for a good builder to get a loan and build golden towers. They are very standardized and efficient. Each step of the way, as the needed components are ready and waiting to be installed, the loan money is made available, and the exchange is made. Demand and supply remain balanced. The work which is created by the building of these golden towers creates lots of useful, purposeful, rewarding jobs. The army of the unemployed is mobilized and fully activated. These beautiful golden towers, sparkling radiant in the sun, are spreading all over Barataria. Mirror City is being reflected everywhere, and in this reflection, the fairest, most beautiful creation is seen. It all started in Mirror City with 1 golden tower, then 3. A village surrounded them, built from the rubble left behind by the hoardable money and the destructive game those 2 no-eyes guys were playing right under our noses. But that is history. Now, we are living in the new Renaissance. If money, the great midwife, is present, the talent which comes to birth lives and prospers. If not, money is not present, talent dies, unnoticed. Silvio Gesell. We'll continue with chapter 5 in the next reading. Have a nice day.